Hello everyone, this is gonna be the last video I do 2024 and we're gonna talk about the goals for 2024 that I put up and my non-buying year, and also the goals I have for 2025. So let's start. I hope you had a wonderful 2024 and that you achieved your goals, if you had anyone. And one of the goals I had was to put together information about leadership, and I had a really good book from When I Read Management, and I have put down the best information here on a piece of paper. And it's 43 pages long. And the next goal after this is gonna be to transfer this to the computer, because I don't want to have a paper. I want to go more paperless. But I can say that I achieved it because I put together the information. Now I just want to throw this around and make a really good presentation of it and in the computer. So that was one of the goals, and I made it. And I actually made it because I decided in the spring that I'm gonna put 15 minutes every day to work on my goals, which I did until I start studying, and I achieved 43 pages just by putting 15 minutes every day. And one of the other goals I had was to start to write my book and do 70% of my book. And I have started, but I get stuck because I have an idea I can't take out on paper. And I can say that I probably have come around 50%, so the half of the book. It's just that I had to stop because the idea I have, I feel it's so good, but I just can't write this down, and I don't know why. So I hope that 2025 gonna be the year when I can write down my idea on the paper and continue with my book, and I have more information to share in that book now when I haven't written in it for around 6 months. And another goal I had was to clear out the pictures and put the pictures from the computer on this one and clear the pictures out from here. I am not done with this. I could say like I have probably 10,000 pictures here, if not more. And I have started at, it's like this thing that you just haunt, because I take new pictures every month. So I am never in the end of the pictures. I just haunt them. So this is something I want to continue with, because I want to save all the pictures in this one instead of having them in the computer and take up space there. I want to know that all of them is in this little box. And this go together a little with that I want to be more paperless also, because I clear out that wardrobe. If you have seen my last video and the last video before that, the wardrobe in the entryway, and there I also had my keepsake box. And in my keepsake box I actually had paper from the school I read last time when I did HR specialist, human resources specialist. This is the paper from that school, and I want to take all this paper out, but I want to put them in here. And How can I do that? I'm not gonna scan every page, and I know what you think, just throw them out. But the thing is, now when I read occupational therapist, I want to combine that in a company who help company with people who feel bad. And in this company it also works human resources people. So I am not 100% clear if I want to continue with HR or not. And therefore, this is information that I want to have, I want to read, but I don't want them in a piece of paper. And actually, the more paper you have, the more it's easy if it's get a fire to burn down the house. And therefore I want to be more paperless, because this takes up space in my home. And the goal now is to take a picture of all of them, put them in here so I know I still have the information if I decide that I want to continue with HR and combine this with occupational therapy that I read now in school. So this is a goal I'm going to continue to 2025 if I can't do it now before this year is ending, which is like now. And as I told, I want to go more paperless, and I also want to declutter more and just save the thing who is actually me and that I use or my family use. And I'm gonna be 40 the 1st January. And I only want to bring with me the stuff I love, the stuff I cherish, stuff we use. I don't want things to sit in my house who is not me anymore and just take up space. I want to be the best version of me that I can be when I'm 40. And in that place, it don't belong things I don't need or use or love either, for that matters. So therefore, I want to fill this up with information about HR specialist things. I have read school 5 times. This is my 5th time when I read to a occupational occupational therapist. This is my 5th time I go to school after the school you have to go to. And I have get rid of all the other papers I have from this school beside the HR paper. And it's time to put them in here and get some space for things who actually matter, which is less is actually more. The less stuff we have, the more place we have to do stuff that we actually love to do, which for me is to be out in the forest, play with the dogs, do funny things with my son and be with my family. And I want to create space for that. And the more I have in my home, the more time I have to put in my home. And I want to put that time on things I love to do instead. I need to think if I had some more goals, because I know my goal always is also to declutter, and as I told, I'm gonna continue with that. But I know I also had my non-buying year, and also on paper I want to transfer this to the computer, but I'm a person who need to write on paper, so this feels real to me. And I know it's not good for the environment, but I haven't bought the paper now. I had it since many years, and I didn't succeed with my non-buying year. And if you followed me in the beginning of the year or you saw my videos from then, you know that I had a huge anxiety attack when I needed to buy new underpants. And I'm not kidding, I had a huge anxiety attack over that. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I had to buy new underpants, I had to buy new bras, I had to buy new socks for me. And that's have to be okay. Did I need it to survive? No. But did I need it to feel good with myself? Yes. The underpants I had was too small, I need new ones. The bras, it was out, it didn't do the work anymore. The socks, all of them was broken. I had like 6 pairs of socks left, and I don't clean socks every week. So, I had 2 little socks. And this is stuff you have to change out sometimes. And over that I also bought a new t-shirt, and I probably have to switch out a lot of the t-shirt I have because it starts to be really worn out. They feel like when you have to do the laundry on them so many times that the fabric is really thin. And one of the t-shirts I could actually take like this and just rip it apart because it was so thin. And I have had that t-shirt for so many times. And I bought a new t-shirt for just 50 krona. And I know I'm a person who always talk about buy quality before quantity. But I feel on the t-shirt, if it's cotton and it's thick, it's probably gonna last longer than if it's thin. And I can say I'm a person who buy often cheap t-shirts because I use them so much. And they have actually last a really long time. There is brands I don't use because I know that that brand has fabric who can't take it in the laundry. But then I have companies I know that actually last a long time, and the t-shirts, the most of the t-shirts I have, not the new one I bought, but the most t-shirts I have is from one and the same brand, cheap, but it had lasted me, I think I had them now for 3-4 years. So the thing I mean when I say to you buy quality over quantity is don't just buy 10 t-shirts because it's cheap. It's better than to put more money in one t-shirt who's gonna last a longer time. And I just bought one for 50 krona and it's good. I like it, so it's no problem there. And if I look for all this paper, now I haven't counted how much I spent this year because December is not over really yet, and I know we have to go to store today, to food store. But I can say I have to check the bills because I pay around 18,000 on the bills every month. And I feel that this is a little bit too much when I study now. So I need to see if I can take something out and really check that, and if it's something we can take down. Food, because we eat cheap, bad quality food to keep down the cost. The cost is actually not so high to be a family. But I want to be more healthy, so I probably need to put more energy and effort to buy more healthy food. And I know that that's gonna take up the cost. Even if I feel in this summer, like a cucumber here in Sweden costs like 40 krona. I feel it should never be too expensive to eat healthy food. Every people should always have afford with healthy food. That's just my opinion. But this was not like this summer. You couldn't afford with vegetables here. Because who the fuck pay 40 krona for one cucumber? And no, we don't do that. Then if I see my own cost, I told from the beginning, I'm not gonna stop consuming my skincare, makeup. I don't use so much, but this is stuff like skincare, I still gonna consume this because I buy the stuff I know I like. Now I need to change the serum because my serum is finished, and that company, Body Shop, is not longer working here. But I find in the pharmacy that I'm gonna try, and it was actually, I think it was 25% down, 20 or 25% down if I bought two, so I actually did that. And she told me if I save the receipt and I don't like it, I can come back and return it. That's a good one. So that's actually why I bought two. So we're gonna see if I like that serum, and that is for dry skin, which I have. Or else I put now when I study a lot of money on the books. And it's not that I pay for all of them, because I have actually a company who, when I stopped working in the company I had and they buy me out, they sent me to another company who helped me with continue my life. It's hard to explain in English what this is, but we have this here in Sweden. I don't know if it's only here in Sweden or other countries have this. So if I say like I ordered these 4 books at the same time, I sent them the receipt and they help me pay. And I'm not like that. I don't let them pay for all the books, but I let them pay for the books I order at the same time. So I put a lot of money on the books, but I get the money back. And it's the same thing with the traveling I have to do north up to Luleå in school. They help me pay that traveling also. And also Leah have been a lot sick, and there I have the same. The insurance company have helped me pay a lot of that money. And I actually now in the beginning of January gonna go to the vet and talk about a surgery for Leo, because he don't get healthy enough with the special food he have, and he is on medicine all the time now, and if he is not on painkiller and anti-inflammatory, he gets really sick, and I have to go again to the vet. So and therefore we're gonna talk surgery, and I know that's gonna be expensive, but he's my family, what I gonna do? But I hope the insurance company gonna help me with that also. Yeah, of course I put the money on little different things also. I have what I told I'm still gonna put my money on: soap, toilet paper, laundry pulver and stuff like this. I haven't count, but I, like always, I think it's too much, and but what can we do? We need what we need. Gifts, I told that I'm not gonna put so much money on gifts. That was hard, because my family bought gifts for me even if I told them no, so I felt I had to buy for them. But I think I kept the cost down, and I didn't buy so much Christmas gifts to the children that I'm used to do. So I think I cannot save money, but you know what I mean. Saved a little money on that thing also. I didn't spend as much as I spent before. The car, I need the car, but now when I don't drive to our work, I actually take down the diesel cost in the car. But to own a car is always expensive. If you have one, you know. And then it's just, I actually have an own for candy. And November was quite much, but the other months not so much. So I'm gonna count and see what it is. But I want to continue with my non-buying year for 2025. But I don't want to get anxiety over what I need to buy. I know, for example, or this is actually a need, but I want a green sweatshirt because this is worn out. And I don't know if you see it from distance, but I see it here. Like I can have this home, but I don't want to use it outside because it starts to get old and I can see it. And Yeah, I remember one thing I bought for the balcony in stuff this year. So I felt like that was the only thing who was probably not a need what I felt, because the underpants, socks and bras and the t-shirts, that was quite a need for me, because I only had like I think 6 socks left because it was broken, and the underpants was too small and the bras was worn out, and the t-shirt I ripped apart, so I needed one more. And the thing for the balcony is most like a greenhouse. That was bad quality. The plastic broke directly, so the plastic we took out. I didn't succeed with anything I put in the greenhouse, but I succeed with the thing who was outside the greenhouse, which was cucumber and paprika. And I actually have the paprika plant up on the attic. I'm gonna see if they can survive till next summer. We see. I don't know if they not. I'm gonna take them out and put seeds again, but I want to try it. But I use that shelf now on the attic, so I still use it. I just throw out the plastic, so I can still use the shelves. So even if it was cheap, I still use the shelves. And nothing grow in the greenhouse, but I had tomato in the greenhouse, and I also had tomato plant outside the greenhouse. I didn't have tomato at all, and I actually was not the only one in Sweden who don't have that. So I don't know if we didn't have a tomato year here. Probably that. I don't know how it can be like that, but we probably didn't have that here. So we see next, now this spring, if I can put some seeds in and see if it's grow. Because that's something who make me happy, see you grow your own vegetables. And also, if you see my video about Shinrin-yoku, I can put that in the description below. You probably will know then, if you see that video, that there is a bacteria in the soil who make us happy. Therefore, we can say therefore people who do the gardening feel happy when they do it and want to do it again because of that bacteria. And also in that video I talk about how important it is to be out in the forest, and that's also something I want to continue with 2025, to be out in the forest. But back to the non-buying year and what I learned. And I had a video this summer about what I learned, and it's like the same thing. I feel it's really hard to have a non-buying year if you don't have layer on stuff in your home. For me, I don't have that. I have what I have, and I don't have things sit around and wait for me to use after I'm finished with something. Yes, I have that for soaps because I buy a lot when it is on sale, but I don't have that for, for example, underpants. I don't have unopened boxes with underpants who sit and wait for me to need some underpants. So therefore I felt it was really hard. And even if I want to continue to think about what I want to buy, like for example this green sweatshirts, I have been thinking of a green sweatshirt for months now. And I have seen, but I have not buy. And if I have been thinking of that for so many months, I know I'm probably gonna use it a lot. So this is what I want to say. Don't buy things just because it is on sale. You find a good deal. Don't do it. If you have been thinking for something for quite a while and you know 100% sure you need it, buy it. This is what I learned. If you don't have layer in your house of stuff, you're always gonna need to buy. And you have to allow yourself to buy stuff who make you feel good. And I don't talk about fast feeling good. I talk about that you feel healthy if you, for example, have a bra who really fits you, and that you feel unhealthy if the bra loses shape and it don't hold everything in place. If you understand what I mean. Allow yourself to buy this stuff will make you feel good with yourself, but don't buy stuff that you just see and you need it because you see it. Because that stuff, often it just sits there and in your home, you don't use it. You never felt you needed that from the first time. And I'm gonna continue hold on to my money and don't buy stuff I don't need. But if I really, really need something, really love something, have been thinking of it for a long time, I'm gonna allow myself to buy it. Because if we don't feel good with ourselves, we don't gonna continue grow. If we go into the goals I have for 2025, I have a major, huge goal. And that is to just survive. I get the test result Friday last week and it was not good as I hoped for. I gonna need to continue go to the hospital. I have been in the hospital for around 2 times every week for 2024. And if you have followed me for quite a while, you know I did a big surgery in February this year and a smaller surgery in May this year. And I was thinking in May that they took everything out and the test result shows that I still have problem in my body. So I'm probably gonna have a year 2025 of surgeries again, because not only they have to check that thing, I also wait for a surgery because I have like up here from the nose, I have like bacteria and they can't take it out with antibiotica. And I have done a surgery for this 2019, but I was awake. Really bad surgery. I think the worst one I have done. Because you know, if they put up something, you feel it crack down here. Really nasty. Sorry for sensitive listeners. But I'm gonna do one where I sleep. So now they want me to spray the nose 2 times every day and they want me to clean it out with salty water. And then I'm gonna go back in the end of January, I think, and then they're gonna talk about the surgery they probably gonna do. So I feel that 2025 gonna be, I have to survive all the surgeries I still gonna do. And I still wait for a really big one that I'm not sure I'm gonna take. So, and then we're gonna talk about Leo surgery. So yeah, we're just gonna survive 2025. But if we look further than that, I want to continue with school and I don't know if I'm gonna do a lot of surgeries, if I have to put the studies on pause. So I'm gonna continue as far as I can go. And everyone say that the course we're gonna start in the end of January gonna be really, really hard. But I feel it's gonna be really interesting and we're gonna talk about the inner body. Everything is in the body, and I feel that this is so interesting, and also how the brain works. I have videos about the brain also. I think that is like really fascinating what the brain can do with us. And actually I heard just a couple of days ago that when we pee with the brain. That's also like what? And we do everything with the brain. That's like my brain sent out to, because I had nerve damage, my brain sent out to my feet, for example, that it is ice on the floor. So I need to go with Toffla year round, even in the summer, because my feet think is ice on the floor. That I put my feet in ice cold water. That's also so strange that it's come from the brain. So I'm looking forward actually to that course, even if everyone say it's gonna be bad. And I studied to occupational therapist, used to say that clear. That's why I'm gonna have school about the inner piece of the body. And I want to continue the clutter, organize and get rid of all the things I don't need. And this room, my daughter's room, is a little bit of chaos because here we have her stuff. She don't live here anymore, but she have her stuff here. And I have all the pieces I decluttered now the last couple of videos. It's in here, it's chaos here. You don't see that, but behind the camera is just stuff everywhere. I need to take care of that. And I'm gonna be 40 the 1st January. So I want to only bring with me into 2025 things that I love, cherish, use, and that my family use. So therefore I'm gonna continue my journey about decluttering and organizing the things I have left. So everything is neat, and therefore also, like I already showed, all this paper have to go. So I can make space for things that matter instead. And actually when I took this paper out, the half keepsake box I have went empty. So now it's only half full, like that. And I want to continue clear the pictures from this one and only keep the best ones. I want to continue with my YouTube channel, and I hope this YouTube family grow. I think I have around 88 followers now. I want it to grow so I can help and talk with more people about the lifestyle who is that I live, that includes decluttering, organizing, minimalism, and who also go into slow living. And there I also want to continue with the slow living lifestyle and go more into this. And I think that it's because I don't want to stress, and I need to live more healthy because of all the healthy problems I have. And one of the goals is also to eat better food, and I hope I succeed with that. And I'm not so good in food, so but I want to not eat so much processed food. I want to eat more home cooked food. And right now it's like different, also the same, because processed food is cheaper right now. I want to, along with this, I want to continue be out in the forest, play with dogs in the forest. Dino started to be really good to go without the leash, and I want him to continue with that, so I want to practice more with him. He's sleeping here besides me. Actually, he don't look so good right now because I cut him yesterday and he hate this. So he tried to bite me and he started shaking, so he don't look so good. My sister have to come and help me with this. She's the one who often cut Dino, and I cut Leo, but he is easier, he stands still. Dino was actually good yesterday, but he tried to bite me a couple of times and he succeeded one time. I don't have any hold in my finger, but yeah, he come directly when I was done with my shower and sit in my knee for the whole evening, I felt, because he wanted to be friends with me again. And I tried to think of something more, but I want to give you a message also. 2025 can be the year when you don't fill the calendar with so much stuff. 2025 can be the year when you start to have an easier and simpler lifestyle, where you can focus on you, on your family, on things who really, really matters. Don't let 2025 be the year where you stress yourself sick. Keep the calendar simple, don't put too much in it, don't stress too much, just relax and go out in the forest and just breathe. And I can actually say to you, now it is many doctors who have told me to deep breathe. I have told them this have to be the new thing in the hospital, to deep breathe. And you can take it in your nose and out through your mouth. And this is the new thing. They say it's really, really good for the body. So I get deep breathing to treat many of the problems I have, because they find out that that is so good for the body. So that's just a tip for you. If you feel stressed or you feel you have too much on your plate, just sit down and deep breathing. I know that not everyone like meditation. Like I like meditation, but I know that not everyone do it. But at least deep breathing and take breaths from your lungs and from your stomach. And this also gonna help you relax more. And with that said, I wish you have a fantastic 2025, fantastic new year. And I want to say thank you so much for that you subscribe to my channel if you have, and if you haven't, please do. Please feel welcome to put a comment if you want to ask me something, if you have a suggestions, anything. If you just want to say hey, if you just want to say hello, I am here. And thank you so much for watching, and I see you 2025. Bye bye.